The greatest love of all. Before children, BC, I thought I knew who I was, as in my whole identity. Now, upon reflection, I have realized that I was an overly confident, people pleasing, yet lovely young woman who really had no idea who she was. It wasn't until I became a mum in December of 2014 to beautiful Aria that my journey to discovering the real me began, and to be honest, it continues to evolve even now as a mama to Valencia also. In such a short space of time, I've learnt so much about my life, about others, about child friendly cafes and play centres, but most importantly, I've learnt so much about me. I feel as though I have accomplished more since becoming a mama than I had in the 26 years prior to even comprehending what motherhood meant. And for me, what truly stands out is the power of my mind, as I shared with you all last week in Bring the Beat Back. For so long, I externally searched for happiness and fulfillment, and for anyone who is closed to their surroundings and the beauty that the universe has to offer, I personally believe you'll do the same. It's been through exposure to personal development, positive associations, the platform for growth that our Herbalife community offer, mentors, other like minded women, and ultimately the allowing of myself to delve into areas of my being that I otherwise wouldn't have, that have aided and nurtured me back to the loving of thyself. I thought I knew the meaning of true love of self and what that felt like before kids, BC. But I was so far off. I'm not talking about liking what you see in the mirror physically. I'm talking about things to like taking things to a whole new level and actually looking internally, which in turn reflects externally in all areas of your life, such as family, relationships, employment, etc. Warning: if you are daring enough, you will also see the latter show up in the mirror only once you choose to become aware. When you have two big brown eyes looking up to you, at you daily, wanting your all, your love and guidance, you can't help but feel as though you need to be better. Yes, for our children, but ultimately for ourselves. So I decided to dive deeper than I've ever gone. Knowing I'm not the best swimmer, yet doing it anyway. Knowing I'll be able to catch my breath when my head eventually does appear out of the water to get a glimpse of the light, even if that meant getting uncomfortable and exposing the whole truth about me. Allowing yourself to love again is scary. You will not always be happy with what you may find, but it's those findings that cause you and allow you to grow, and through that growth, the honesty and truth is revealed. Almost like an Oprah aha moment. Imagine yourself like an onion. You are the core, and there are a heap of layers you have to remove to get down to that center, the one thing that started it all. Being a wife and a mother is challenging. There are no doubts about that. But isn't it also the most extraordinary of experiences? Yet at the same time, having the freedom to do as you want to do, like you did before, no longer exists. Are you okay with that? I'm not going to lie. Some days I'm all good with that concept, and other days I'm just not. It was 3 weeks after the above photo was taken that I started on the journey to regaining myself back. It began with my physical health and addressing my weight gain, which then moved on to my mental health once I realised this was the actual game changer, and then becoming more about exploring my spiritual untapped side of limitless potential, which helped me become more aware. It is now embedded in my core values, and for those of you that know me, have probably heard me say this a million times. You have to put yourself first. If I don't work, my family doesn't work, and in turn, my business doesn't work. Everything around me crumbles. This is how important the love I give to myself is. It's become that high of a priority as my whole family is counting on me and the love I give to myself to be the glue that keeps us functioning and flowing the way we do. What could change in your life if you took just 5 minutes daily for yourself to sit in the shower uninterrupted, paint your nails, go for a run or a walk, sit and stare at a candle, have a hot tea or have a coffee, get a blow wave, read a book? Can you pinpoint something that brings you love and puts you back to where you need to be internally? That is as simple as self-love needs to be. It's anything that makes you feel good. It makes you feel alive again. It's anything that brings you clarity and that internal joy. There was a day that I had an appointment booked, and as I keep my own self-love and care up there as a priority, I asked around for babysitters to help me with the girls so I could attend this appointment. I managed to find one family member um, to help, which I was extremely, extremely grateful for. It turns out that this particular family member, and if you're listening or reading this, I still love you. She was running extremely late, so I decided to take the girls with me to this appointment. I was halfway there, I was running 30 minutes late, and I was stuck in traffic, and I had to cancel. No biggie, right? But when I am my own top priority, it felt like a ton of bricks had just fallen and landed on my chest. I recall calling my husband and bursting into tears. Why can't I just do what I want to do whenever I want? This appointment was so important to me. You will never understand. I can't even remember what the appointment was for. All I can remember is how I felt. I felt let down, I felt hurt, out of balance, bound to other people's agendas, chained, helpless, sad, and I was extremely emotional. The one thing I knew I needed was taken away in an instant. What a great way to highlight its importance in my life. Now, upon reflection, that's how I see it. The greatest love of all is inside of you. It is you and your complete well being. It's only you who can obtain it, get it, and give it to yourself. It started with a small decision to dive deeper for me. If I can do it, you can too. But who I was before is not who you see now, and that's a topic for another day.